First-time users sign up with the social media account of their choice. After signing up, they are given the option of either joining an existing network or creating a new one. When creating a network, you are given the opportunity to fill in all necessary information about your rent, electricity, internet, and cable. You also have the option to include shared item spendings in rent calculations. The newly created network can now be shared with the other people in your apartment. What comes next is the thing that most of us hate doing, but is necessary in every household, which are the chores that keep a place livable. Next time you take out the trash or vacuum the apartment, you will be able to log it here. And if you receive any help from other roommates, you can include them by checking their names within the screen. Your roommates will then get a pop-up notification about how hardworking you are, which will encourage them to do more things around the apartment. Living in an apartment with others doesn't just include cleaning. It also means that everyone shares in the cost of things, like toilet paper, laundry detergent, and various other things. When buying new things for use in the apartment, remembering who bought what is easy. But does everyone remember who contributed the funds for these purchases a year later? I don't think so. That's why it's a good idea to log these purchases into the Roomy app by using the barcode scanner or by putting the information in manually. All of the roommates need a printer, so they decide to split the cost equally. In the future, there will be no arguments as to the ownership of the printer, since they can always come back to this section and look up how the printer was paid for. Many people like to think they are doing more for their living space and the people around them than they actually are, which is why Roomy's next tab, labeled Graphs, can come in handy. Each roommate can look up how well everyone is doing in comparison to each other, and are able to see the progress over certain periods of time in a detailed pie chart. For those of us that don't like this type of graphic, it's easy to switch to a list view and see every log that has been entered under each category. We can do the same thing under the spendings category to see how much you are spending on shared items and their cost compared to the rest of your roommates. One of the main advantages of using Roomy is not only to log in who bought this or who cleaned that, but also to make living with each other competitive and fun. This is accomplished with our Roomy of the Month incentive program, which ranks each member of the apartment and gives them things like a $20 discount on next month's rent or any number of other incentives agreed upon within the network. The next month's rent tab calculates everyone's spendings on shared items and utilities, and then gives you the calculation of your share of the rent for the next month. The garage is the final tab. In this tab, you will have shortcuts to both the Roomy of the Month and next month's rent. You can make changes to your profile and to the network itself, and add a new roommate or delete an old one. Lastly, there is the Newsfeed, where you can check out who has been doing what in the apartment. It's also the perfect place to give a compliment to a certain roommate for a job well done, or to share an opinion about someone that is not doing so well. When you have filled out your complaint, other members will get a notification. You can agree on the opinion by pressing the like button, which will decrease their chances of winning Roomy of the Month. But remember though, there is always room for improvement. That's the beauty of Roomy.